Hey, all my crafty friends. I am back with probably my last December daily video. Maybe because honestly, since I thought that I was going to be my last one, I have not been held accountable in getting this done. But we're going to get day 14 and 15 done here. Both of these are like cases of two amazing creators. I will link both of those down below. Of course, one of them is Therapy or Therapy, however you pronounce it. Anyways, and then I'll link the other one below. I can't remember exactly who it was. But it's this one where she made an absolutely beautiful Northern Lights page with this. And it's way better than my page because hers is so pretty. But I thought it would be perfect because she used the tree paper on this, and this is all about me getting my new Christmas tree that honestly I have been wanting for at least like 2 to 3 years. I had an amazing artificial tree, honestly, because I like to put up my tree like this one went up literally the minute we walked in from trick-or-treating, but that was just because I wanted to get it out. So this is like an old picture, but again, I was super sick during this week, so I'm filling in a few stories, and I really wanted the story to get in there anyways. It's not a big story, but it is, a story. Anyways, so finally I splurged and got my new Christmas tree from like the Home Depot or whatever one it was, where it has all the twinkling lights. And honestly, my last tree, you had to put in like each and every branch pretty much, and it was such a pain. I had flocked it myself, so it was a mess every single year, though it was a gorgeous tree, and I'm still keeping it because it might still like go down in my basement at one time or something when I want to put up that massive tree again. But yeah, I'm so excited for this one. It was, and I got it on a little bit of a deal, so I was even happier because I got it pretty early in the season. So all right. So what I did is I took the tree page and I put it into my silhouette program. I traced the original trees that are on there. Obviously, I've deleted all of that and put my picture into it, and created trace lines around them. And then let my silhouette, and I extended it past the page a little bit, as that's how I got the outline of my page. But you can see that it cut a few spots that I didn't want it to cut, but honestly, I'm not worried about that. And then I took a stamp from, now one thing I would tell you I would do if I had to do this over again, I would cut this twice and double it up so that it's a little bit more stable. It is a little flimsy. So because I use just like 80-pound paper, photo paper, I think it's 80 pound. It might not even be 80 pound to tell you the honest truth. And that's what I cut it from, obviously because I was printing a picture. So I might layer this twice to give it a little bit more stability. Anyways, used a stamp set from Studio Calico, an old one, guys, so it's not going to be up there, especially since Studio Calico is kind of getting rid of all that kind of stuff. And then matching up those pictures perfectly, like you see here. And then just wrote a little bit like kind of what I was talking about earlier on my in the trees. Nothing fancy, honestly. Nothing fancy. Again, we're in March, unfortunately. And I'm still working on this project. Oh, gosh, guys. I should be working on, like, Week in a Life and a million, like, travel albums that I need to get working on. But here we are. Life is busy. So, and I am not sure how she made her flap, but this is how I decided to do it. I am going to figure out at the end, like, oh, whoops, you're going to see the copy paper. But I just make my hinges by copy paper. Again, I need to watch the video so closely about how, Therapy, or Jenny, her name is Jenny, guys, makes her flips with washi tape. She does like some like inside out, outside in type thing. And I'm like, I have no idea how you're doing that. But she doesn't like get seams, and I need to learn how to do that. Anyways, so here I am doing that. You're going to see that I totally get this off. Yep, and so I'm going to pull it all apart. You're going to see me pull this project apart twice. No, the other one. The other project's going to get pulled apart again, too. I do get this lined up here the second time. Luckily, I was using tape adhesive and not liquid glue. Even the liquid glue, I probably could have pulled it off even quicker. But, all right, we're going to line that up perfectly. And there we go. We're going to flip it over, bend that flap over. And that pretty much is going to sum up this page. I slap a 14 on this. Again, just a gold, like, old set of numbers that I got from like Hobby Lobby, I think forever ago. I am getting out my bone folder just to make sure that is creased and pretty much putting a 14 on it. I went through a lot of other embellishments and I just didn't like them. Oh, I am going to put some washi tape over this so that you don't see the flap. I think I pick out some like red and white washi tape here and just slap that down there. And I'm like, okay, yep, that's probably good enough. We added a little bit of red to it while it was open and I'm good to go. Like, good to go. So again, pretty simple and easy. I had a little bit of work in silhouette to do, but otherwise not a bad one. And I loved this idea. The last thing I am going to do is I went back and forth with just leaving that, but I was like, you know what? No, we're going to cut that down because the holes had to go in on that side. So I was like, oh yeah, we definitely have to cut that down because I got to punch some holes over there. So you see, I got out lots of embellishments to try and like do, and then to do a word phase sticker. And then I was like, yeah, no. We're good. We're good. We're going to punch some holes in this and we're going to get it into our album, guys. We're going to get it into that album. Let me know if you are still digging through this project. I feel like I might be digging through this project until like, I don't know. Okay, so if I'm on 15, I have 18 done too. So I have 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. I have 9 stories left, guys. I can do it. I'm going to get through it. I told myself I'm going to buckle down and get through this. So I just have so much coming up. We have spring break coming up. And as soon as I get back from spring break, we definitely need to go into like graduation mode as we have decided to do my son's open house the same weekend he graduates just to get it done and out of the way with our baseball schedule. And then it's just not hanging over, so May and June are going to be out of control and then we have baseball on top of it. So it's just going to be a little rough. So, all right, moving on to number 15, another like short story. It's something that we did finally. So this is where I thought my little guy was definitely feeling better. He had had his medicine for like 48 hours. He was perking up. He was, getting around the house. So I was like, all right, let's go do something. It was a kind of a warm night. It was like 35 degrees, which is warm here in Michigan, guys. And I was just like, let's go do this trail of lights that I've been seeing for a while. And so me and my sister decided, because this is the weekend that we were supposed to be going to Detroit and nothing worked out. So we were like, let's do something. And I was like, yeah, I think Cannon's feeling good enough to go do something. So we went to this Glenlore Trail of Lights. They do this for Halloween and for Christmas, I guess. I would not say it's Christmas, by no means. I would say this is kind of just a bunch of lights. Definitely for the younger crowd. It was beautiful. It wasn't exactly what I expected. Of course, with Cannon being sick, I don't think that he enjoyed it as much as he would have. Our oldest definitely didn't enjoy it. Half the time they were like, this is more Halloween than it is Christmas. And then unfortunately my husband is epileptic, never had episodes with lights before, but had 2 episodes in the middle of this, not seizure, like full-blown seizures, but definitely seizure activity happening. And like, I'm like, I could not win for lose. Like, I would, like, pretty much what happens, unfortunately, is he just kind of zones out. And, you know, when we're in the dark and we're, you know, talking and everything, I kind of just walk and then realize that my husband's not beside me and I have to go back in a trail that's dark and find him. So, like I said, all in all, not a great choice. I pushed it probably too hard. And then got home, which is going to be like a sub-story in here, I think, to myself throwing 101.5 fever. And this is when I pretty much went down for the count. The next day after this, I was down for the count, and so, like I said, choices were made, bad choices were made, choices just to enjoy the holiday were made, and they didn't work out to my advantage. So what we are doing pretty much is I took the whole picture, I cut a 4x4 box, or I selected a 4x4 box out of this, copied it so that I could reprint it. I then took a picture of us from this night and cropped that down to 4x4. I also took a 4x6 card out of this collection and cropped that down to 4x4 to make a seamless flip up. So when you're looking at the picture, you really shouldn't be able to see. God, I put that down so crooked. That's why we're about to see it get pulled up. So it's supposed to be pretty seamless. Unfortunately, because I do my seams with copy paper, you do see that white. So again, that's why I said I really need to like go study her, how she does it with washi tape, because her seams are seamless pretty much. And put that down over top of the picture so you have the flip up. And I put my story in there, pretty much the story that I just kind of told you guys. And, you know, that was that. We're going to put a little tab on the edge here that says Twinkle from the kit, because I did get some physical product, and that would be one of them. And that pretty much wraps it up at this point. Like, that's how quickly these two kind of came together. Again, a lot more work in Photoshop, which honestly is probably the story of my scrapbooking, because I am 95% digital. Oh, sorry guys, I should have edited this part out. I was probably changing my YouTube channel or video. So there we go. So there's the flip up of us in there. Look at my little guy giving his best, just his best to feel better. And actually he said he wasn't doing too bad right here. He said he didn't, it started to go down when we started. I didn't realize that it was like 1.5 miles either. It was a pretty long walk. So it was like, oh, I figured, you know, we'd get through it in like a half hour, 45 minutes with older kids, but it was a good hour and 20 minutes. So, a lot of the things didn't work either. I wasn't all the way impressed. So, all right, we're going to put that tab right there on the side. We are going to like, slip it in between the two. Oh, also a lot of my pictures didn't come out this night. It was so foggy. We thought it honestly kind of added to the effect that night, but made our pictures just horrible. And I'm pretty sure that's because it was a warmer night, so the fog was pretty bad. But yeah, it just didn't make for great pictures, either of the lights. So everything was like, you know, in your camera, making it like just super weird. So you can see that in a lot of our pictures there. All right, so doing that, now we need to figure out how we're going to put a number on this. I also am like getting to the point where I'm like, I need to use my supplies. So I ended up taking one of the long chipboard stickers here. Unfortunately, I have my like cart off to my side. So when I'm choosing things, I'm doing that. And obviously I don't remember to cut that out. There we go. It's one of the, you know, one of those long chipboard pieces on that big board of chipboard pieces. How many times can we say chipboard pieces? and put most wonderful time of the year. I kind of chuckled to myself when I did that. I'm chuckling to myself this whole album. Like, it was such a different season because of how sick we were, unfortunately, and how sick mom was, really. Like, usually when the kids are sick, it's great, and we keep, kids bounce back, but this season we were not bouncing back by no means. Sorry, I didn't realize that it was off screen right here, but honestly, I'm just putting down some stickers. I put a little 15 there from like a really old paper person, like, number kit. And we're going to put this back to back with that last story and be done with it, guys. We are done with 14 and 15. So like I said, I have 18 done already. It was my simple page about wrapping, so I printed it a long time ago. But I think I still have the footage from it, so I'll be putting that in here somewhere. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be posting any more videos, but let me know if you're still rummaging through this project like I am. It will give me a little bit more, it'll make me feel a little better about myself. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.